President Trump's economic agenda has rarely been out of the headlines since he returned to the White House. We explored it with 5 debaters in 3 questions. First, can tariffs be a winning U.S. strategy?
I'm a yes. If you look at economic history, it's very clear that all economic growth since the Middle Ages, and yes, through the American Industrial Revolution, where we had very high tariffs from 1815 until 1939, the highest in the world by some measures, that drove economic growth.
One reason I'm not as upset about tariffs as a lot of other economists is I just don't believe it's going to last. It's just too stupid.
Next up, deregulation, the drive to axe 10 federal government rules for each new one. We asked, is it good for growth?
A firm yes. Look, nobody's talking about letting, pollutants in the water and things like that. What we're talking about is the extraordinary costs of regulations that have virtually no benefit, or the benefits dramatically exceed the cost. And we were the energy powerhouse of the world. We led in oil, gas, coal, nuclear power. So let's be number one in all these industries in having rational regulations that cost a lot less.
And question 3. Amid market turmoil, Mr. Trump said,
sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
We asked, could the president's medicine mean a recession?
Yes, except I would prefer it if we rephrased it as arsenic, not medicine. No one was talking about a recession 4 months ago. I have real criticisms of President Biden's economic policies, but we had a 4% unemployment rate, healthy job growth, healthy GDP growth. No one was talking about a recession. Now every major forecaster has the odds above 50%.
Just look at the data. We've been talking about it. Over $3 trillion in market value has been erased. And what's interesting actually is that both bonds and equities are falling at the same time, which really shows there's very little faith right now in the U.S. Treasury. And so I think, first of all, we should just step back, right? Recessions are kind of normal. They come with the business cycle. The real danger is when those recessions turn into depressions. And I think ultimately, this is about, is there any economic policy? I mean, we're talking about economics here, but ultimately, this has been kind of political policy. Maybe you should have more political scientists here, because there's not much economics behind what Trump is doing.